Hello, this is Jeff. I'm part of Team 2, and Team 2 is myself, Aldo, Michaela, and Lauren. And together we made an app called Let's Learn Math. The original idea was to have a game that made it fun and easy for kids to learn math. The original idea was to have a game that went from question to question, and then answers. It shows the answer in like a, it's correct page after they submit the answer. The original idea also included like a flip animation that looked like a flashcard. So the question was show on one page. You click submit the answer, and then the whole page, in a sense, would flip and show it would look like the back of the card and show the answer. So that was the original idea. The original idea also was to have scores kind of accumulate throughout the sequence of answering the questions into a final score. And then Lauren in just a little bit will talk about how things change. But my role in the app was the beginning page. I submitted code to Michaela for this name box. She improved on it, and you hit continue, and then it kind of says, "Hello, Jeff. Let's play the math game." And then I submitted some instructions. Michaela made some improvements, and then Michaela also did a lot of. She's not here today, so I'll kind of speak a little bit for her. She did a lot of the Ajax and the transition from the question page to the answer page. And then I was able to take some of her answer pages and improve on those a little bit, add the it's correct lingo. I forget what it says exactly, but the congratulations, correct, good job, way to go text, and then I also did the last page, the get your score, and so I was able to have this button show a score. Your score is 3 out of 3, good job. And then I added links to play again, which takes you to the beginning of the game, the home page, or end the game, which basically removes the score, and that's it. So that was primarily my role on the app. And then the trouble I experienced, I think others probably experienced this too, was taking code we learned in the code topics, and they worked on one page or one file, and then getting that to work across many files. So we had a lot of files for the answers and the final get score page. So trying to get code to work from one file to work on other files was really quite challenging for me, especially in the area of local storage. And so that's kind of my experience. And so now I'll turn it over to Lauren.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Jeff. I'm going to talk about what changed, and before all this, it was just a blank white screen with no fancy header, CSS, or anything like that. So what I changed was I made a header and made it like stand out. It's blue, it's very catchy, and then there was some Ajax put in for the answers, and then the flip animation by Aldo, and then we changed the answers to pictures for the answer key. We made it more user-friendly, and then my role was to just make the CSS work and make it look good, and I changed the background and added that so it's more colorful and not just a plain background. And of course I added the header. The trouble I had with this app is just uploading the pictures because I didn't really understand why it wasn't uploading. And then just like centering the input box and just that's really it. But yeah, and then Aldo is going to talk next.
Okay, thank you, Lauren. Well, in my case, we started was talking about game for kids, and we developed this application intended for users from kids from 6 to 8. And when we were developing this idea, we were changing the type of the questions. We worked together with different kind of questions. Then we had to adjust questions because some of our questions were like not exactly for kids of these ages, and we tried to make these questions more specific for kids. And then we included some images. Well, that was Lauren's job. She got all the images that we are going to use in our app. And these images are related to the questions that we used here. My job was two things. I'm going to show you here. When we started, I'm going to put my name here, and then we have the questions. So my job was to develop this flip animation. That means when we have, if kids are experiencing issues answering these kind of questions, they can hover the image, and they just had this animation that is a hint. It's not a solution for the problem, but it's a hint, so they can do this in order to answer the correct question here. So that was my job doing here, and well, to work with the CSS to make it work in the final app. Lauren did a great job with this colors and with this header here and everything, but when we apply it to the real app, there were some issues, and that was my job and the role I played in developing this application. The other problem we got developing the application was that we found difficult to do it in GitHub because we can't get a media folder, so we have to change the hosting service. So I have a hosting service that it's my own, so we use that hosting service in order to get those media files to get these works. Then we got another images here, and we have like this one. And when we were running it to GitHub, we found some issues doing that. So, and well, what I found more difficult to do, it was getting the flip animation to work using this. Well, in a real world, I mean, when I did it in my application, it worked fine. But when we tried to apply to our app, I found some issues because sometimes when we flip it, the image was here, it wasn't centered, so it took a lot of time for me to develop this in order to flip it correctly. And if you see, it's flipping, and the background stays in the same. I mean, I like it. It's really nice. But I encountered some issues doing this. And the other problem I found is to, as I told you, to work in the real application. I think there still have some issues that we want to correct. We want these letters to make bigger, and this one too, but I think we can match that, and we are going to present it in the last part. Now, I'm going to show you the demo. So I'm going to show how this works. So if you were, sorry, if we developed this application and we think that we can add so much information, we can include all the information that you will need, not for math, but for any other topics you would like to do with teenagers or kids. And we have to sign in using a name. In this case, I'm using my own name. And then you click on continue, and then you get all the instructions. When you get instructions, you get your name, and then you go and you get the play. We have different kind of questions. In this case, we have math questions because we call this application Let's Learn Math. And my sister and I together have 14 teddy bears. If she has 6, how many teddy bears are mine? So if user types 9 as the answer, it's gonna have a message here saying that's not correct. Please try again. We're going to increase the size. The correct answer is 8, so we go for that, and then we go for the answer, and it says correct, way to go. We go for the next question, and 1 dime is equal to how many pennies? If we don't know the answer, we just hover here, and it says a dime is equal to 10 cents, and a penny is 1 cent. So if we are asking for pennies, we know the answer is 10, but again, maybe we will type 12, and one more time we have the message here. So the answer is 10, and it's correct. We receive this image, and then we link for the next question. The third question, we developed this app using just 2 questions and 27 marbles. John has 27 marbles. He has 13. How many of them? One more time, we are going to type 12 as the answer. We receive a message that that's not the answer. If we need a hint, we just cover the image, and we get what is the result of 27 minus 13. So we know the answer is 14. Then we go for the answer, and then that's correct. So then we go for get my score, and then we just click on this button, and we receive your score is 3 out of 3. Good job. We hope you have fun playing Let's Learn. And then we have these 2 buttons here. If we play again, we return to the original or the home page, and when we may type the same name or another name and start again. That is the demo of our application. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Aldo. Lauren, is there anything you would like to add?
I also wanted to mention that Jeff put in the HTML for the questions and everything, so that was good. And also, Aldo just made it look more big, like the font and everything, so it looks like a lot better for the CSS.
Great, thanks. And I think it's also important to mention again that Michaela did a lot of the kind of foundation of the app in the transition from question to answer using Ajax, and a lot of the original coding to get it working, to get us something to work with. So she did a great job with that. Aldo, anything else?
Yeah, I was about to say that because we have to start from scratch. So Michaela developed the first part of the app using the Ajax, using the the real structure of the app. So then we built into that structure. So it was really nice for her, really nice job that she developed all this structure, and then we could build into that structure, and we finally got this app that personally I think it's really nice. It's working. It shows that it's doing what we expect from the beginning. So I think, well, I just want to thank you, all of you guys. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Lauren, because we did it this just as a team. I think I couldn't done this without you. So I think we worked together to get this final app. And well, besides that, it needs to be fixed a little bit, but I think it's great.
Thanks, Aldo. I agree. Yeah, I think we did a good job as a team. So I think that's all we have, and thank you for watching our presentation.